Hey guys! Hello! This is Jordan! This is my Jordan! This is my Jordan! This little episode is about the INFJ personality and pets. What our relationship is with our pets, how seriously or not we take them. What some of the best pets might be for you, yes. And specifically about Jordan. Jordan's been a little bit sick lately, and I've started a GoFundMe try and help Jordan. My little beautiful Shih Tzu. I originally had 3, now I have 2, and I can say that as an INFJ. Hi. As an INFJ, pets are really wonderful. Pets are going to be so good for you, and especially some of the smaller breeds, some of the dogs that are more interactive. As an INFJ, I can say that you could fall in love with a cat or a canary. Yes. There's all sorts of wonderful pets out there, but I would recommend a dog, and I would recommend something like a Shih Tzu or one of the smaller Tibetan dogs. And here's why. They are very interactive, they're very loving, and they actively want to spend time with you, and they're really great to train. Shih Tzus are fantastic to train. And they'll sit with you through really long movies like Lord of the Rings. I'll be right back. See, they'll actually sit there and wait for you. That's something that you don't necessarily get with some other breeds of dogs and some other pets in general because they will stop paying attention. But as an INFJ, I would say the thing that's the best about having a Shih Tzu for me, I actually have 2 now, is they, you know what? They respond to a lot of language. They memorize and they understand and they respond to so many words. It's not just park and then they go running out of the car or something like that. They really respond to so many words, including, and this is the thing that makes Shih Tzu so great for INFJs. INFJs don't only care about being appreciated and seen for themselves, but they also care about making sure that they've communicated and that you feel appreciated. When I look at Jen and I say, I love you, Jen, or I love you, she stops. She pulls her head back. She looks left and then right. She looks at me, and then all of a sudden she darts at my face and starts licking my face. If I say, you look so pretty today, she'll start wagging. Her eyebrows will go up. Her ears will flip back. When I say it, she looks so pretty today. And she'll start wagging and she'll start running around. That's something that you only get from a Shih Tzu or a dog that's just especially interactive. But that's why they're so great. That's why they're so excellent to have for an INFJ. That's why I would suggest that if you don't have one, you think about getting 2. Because here's the thing, they're truly social. At the same time, they're a little antisocial. That's what makes Shih Tzu so great for INFJs. They're like an INFJ. They want to spend personal one-on-one time with you. They want to listen to you tell them stories. They'll get sad if you don't. And yet, after a little while, they need to go off on their own. They need to run away on their own. They need to sniff everything. They need to explore everything. My dogs are so happy when I take them to the new vet. And I think it's because when I take them to the new vet, I take them off leash. I let them roam around. They love it. They absolutely love exploring. They love being around new people. And they don't really want to be caged in. They don't want to be held all the time. But then at the same point, at the same token, they want to spend quality time with you. They want to spend time staring into your eyes. Your Shih Tzu will literally do that. A Shih Tzu will literally stare into your eyes. It's pretty amazing. And then one great thing about Junin, this is Junin. One great thing about Junin is if you're crying or you're really, really upset, you start shouting or something. Not at her, but if you start shouting and you're clearly upset, she will run over to you, then stop just in front of you, and she'll walk slowly towards you, and she'll put her eyebrows up. She'll she'll flip her ears open so she can hear you better. And she'll walk up to you like she's in some sort of a trance, and she'll walk up really slowly when she gets close to you, and she'll just be wagging her tail. And um, depending on who you are, she'll do whatever it is that makes you laugh. So that's another thing that's so great about Shih Tzus because they actually memorize that stuff. They remember what it is that makes you specifically laugh, and they'll do all of those things to try and get you to laugh. Her little sister, or her twin sister, I don't know how to put it, her sister from the same, well, she passed away a little while ago, last year, and her name was Luna. And what Luna would do is she would find you, she'd lick you once or bark at you until you were looking at her and you'd taken your hands away from your face or whatever you were doing. And then she'd run to each person in the room and get them to start playing. She would bark at them like she was yelling at them or something, and she would jump at them, she'd push them with her paws until they started to chase her, and she'd go to the next one, and she'd go back to you and she'd stare at you to see if you had changed yet. And she'd go back to each one and get them to play. And she was clearly trying to get you to play. And then once you were laughing or talking or had clearly stopped crying, she'd lay down and go back to sleep. Junin is a little bit different, but they're so individual. That's another thing that INFJs will love. Each of these dogs really does have their own personality. They even have their own way that they want to make you feel better. That's pretty special, and that is very unique. Um, Not all dogs do that. I'm not saying that only Shih Tzu do, but I have to say I'm totally team Shih Tzu because frankly, Shih Tzu are very much like an INFJ personality. Although I'll also say that also like an INFJ personality. Each of my three Shih Tzu have been so different in turn. And that's part of the second part to what I wanted to say about INFJs and pets. INFJs kind of need a pet because you discover so many interesting things. You can't tell anybody about all the interesting things that you found out, but you absolutely can't tell your dog. And unlike some dogs that just want to run a lot, Shih Tzu actually want to spend time sitting with you at your feet. It was bred into them. They want to spend time with you sitting at your feet, and they will watch you and they will listen to you during your entire dissertation, whatever it is. They honestly want to hear what you have to say, all of it. You can't even get that from people all the time. But your Shih Tzu, you can. This one you can't because she's asleep right now. She's like, stop talking to cameras and people. Okay, so that's one reason you will be heard, and you'll be able to get all of it off of your shoulders, off of your proverbial mind. You'll be able to get stuff out of your head, and that can be really stressful having a lot of stuff that you can't tell lots of people. And so that's one of the reasons why Shih Tzu are excellent for INFJs because they are very much like the INFJ personality. They want and they need a lot of time around people, but they also need, and require a lot of time to themselves to go out into the world and explore. That's pretty unique. The second reason why Shih Tzu are perfect for INFJ or why small dogs are perfect for INFJs is because it was bred into them from years and years ago, so many years ago in Tibet, to always stay by the Dalai Lama's side, to be the few beings that he could interact with because he wasn't actually allowed to interact with very many people. And Shih Tzus were his constant companion. And that's where Shih Tzus get the identity of being a companion dog because that's why they exist, actually. And they were bred to always stay by your feet. So you always have that wonderful feeling of being together with someone, but at the same time, just like an INFJ, Shih Tzus and dogs in general, but especially Shih Tzus, they need time to go out and explore and see all sorts of different things. They smell everything. They are none so happy as when I take them to the new vet because I take them off leash. I let them just explore. And it's a wonderful vet too because they're all into of mostly natural healing. And it's a very, very calm, peaceful atmosphere. All the dogs get along there. All of them, absolutely all of them. Even the ones that are quote unquote not dog friendly dogs do. And that's another great thing about Shih Tzus. They don't automatically hate or dislike other dogs. They do also kind of not pay them attention. They're really interested in people and they love to listen to you talk, to read a book or whatever. And they love to make you feel better. So if you're crying, like Jordan will do, my little dog here, Jordan will run over to you and then she'll stop just in front of you and she'll slowly pat her way up your leg, up to your face. She'll kiss your nose. She'll wag her tail, her eyebrows up, clip her ears inside out so she can hear you better. And she'll do different things that only she would know would make you laugh. She'll go over and bite your toes, or she'll sniff your ear and snort at you. Whatever it is that ever got you to laugh before, she will do. And she does something a little bit different with everybody because something different makes everybody laugh. And that's amazing. And that's something that I've only seen Shih Tzus do, but it means they're fantastic guard dogs because they're really tuned into you, but they're also fantastic companion dogs. And here's another reason why Shih Tzu are so great for INFJ or small dogs in general, but especially for me anyway, Shih Tzu. They're really great for INFJ because they really tune into the language. I speak to my dogs in both English and in Japanese, and they always respond to the words in both. Um, some inflections do confuse them because they know what that word is supposed to mean, but it's really incredible. And actually, I've started a GoFundMe for Adrienne because lately she has been eating a lot and not holding it all down. She'll eat and then she'll throw it up a couple hours later. That is one thing to keep in mind with Shih Tzu. They do truly need companionship. It's not fair to that Shih Tzu to buy one Shih Tzu and leave them in your house while you go to work. It's just not fair to them. They were literally bred to always be at your feet, so being separated from you will be really hard. But then the other thing, honestly, and I'm sorry to see we lost someone because this was a live feed once upon a time, meaning right now, but in the future, time is a fluid construct. Anyway, um, Shih Tzu can have a really, really hard time adjusting to change. So if you are going to get a second puppy, try to get it really soon to when you got the first puppy. My dog Miju had a very hard time in the beginning with Jordan. When we first got Jordan, she was literally only this big, and Miju was terrified of Jordan, and Miju was terrified of Luna too. And Luna was so small, we called her the frog. I called her Thumbelina. Luna was this big when we first got her. So if you love taking care of dogs, especially hands on, Shih Tzu are fantastic. But if you want a lap dog that doesn't want to always be with you 24/7 and would want to at some point go out and explore and has a giant sense of discovery, then you definitely want a Shih Tzu. I would get two Shih Tzus so they can keep each other company. They do tend to panic when they're all by themselves, so I would definitely get two. Never less than two at a time. But the third thing I just wanted to say is that I'm trying to raise money to get scans for Juden. We don't know what's going on with her, but basically she can go up to a week or something without throwing up, and then when she does, she throws up all of her food whole. And the vet says that she definitely needs scans. Usually she would be playing right now, not just laying down. So she's sleeping right now. But she does need those scans. So if you have the time and you know someone, anyone in the world, please just take a look at the link I'm going to put at the bottom of this video in the description and send it on to someone else. I'm not asking for money. I'm only asking for you to share this link with somebody else because someone's got to know someone who can donate even just $1 to getting Junin's little scans from our little dog. Little dog. And this is also the biggest. Yeah, this is the biggest that I've seen Shih Tzus get too, which is about 15 pounds. That's the biggest that I've seen. I've never seen them get to above that. If you have a Shih Tzu who's bigger than that, please leave it in the description in the comments below. I would really appreciate it. Anyways, I'm a INFJ. This is my channel. This is one of my girls. This is Junin. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I woke you up. I just wanted to show you to the world. This is Junin. And that's my Harry Potter poster that I won years ago before the very first Harry Potter came out. And it's a little bit more than 3 feet tall. By I think about 2 feet wide. And I won it because originally I came neck and neck as the first place winner. And the other girl's mom, ironically, was sick with the same cancer that my mom became sick with about 10 years later. But she and her parents got the first class ticket to England, and she got to sit with the main cast to watch the premiere. But I got one of the very first posters. This was, I think, on the right side of the open doors to the theater where they very, very first showed Harry Potter anywhere in the world in England for the big premiere. So it's pretty cool. But, anyways, this was more about INFJs and the perfect pets for you. Take it from me as an INFJ. My Shih Tzus have definitely been my greatest friends and my greatest support. They're wonderful and loving, and you need two Shih Tzu or a Shih Tzu and one other dog in your life for sure. I would say get two Shih Tzu. And be prepared to find out that there's someone who knows you extremely well who can't even speak English because your dogs will actually tune into you. They'll remember most of your jargon. They will respond to your moods. They will stay next to your feet. They will want to sleep with you. They will protect you and they will protect your house. They will let you know if someone has entered your house. And they will truly be just like that little Shih Tzu following around the Dalai Lama. They will be your best friends. Good night, everybody. Please check out my GoFundMe for Junin that I'm going to put in the description down below. Good night, everyone. Thank you. We love you. Bye.